Hello, everyone, and welcome to Summer Haze Glory Days. This is my first Let's Play in I think about 2 years. I think the first Let's Play I ever had on this channel was Pop Tropica, and if you didn't know, Pop Tropica is now on Cool Math Games. Um, Not very happy about that, but it's on Cool Math. So if you want to go play Pop Tropica, it's on Cool Math. But unfortunately, I'm just not feeling it anymore. A lot of the things that I loved about Pot Tropica is now gone. So, instead, we're going to be playing some games that I find on itch.io that I really like. First up is Summer Haze Glory Days. This is a demo. The full game is not out yet, but they do have all the socials: Twitter, Blue Sky, Discord, and I think Steam. I think that's one of them. So if you guys are interested in playing this game for yourself, please go do so. Please find them on itch.io. Their demo is free. So I will have their stuff linked in the description below. But let's get started. I was really interested in this game because I saw that you could customize yourself. And if you guys know me, I love customizing myself. Okay, some of the voice lines in this game contain strong language. No, that's fine. Okay, see, look, alright. That's hilarious. Okay, let's see. I don't even know. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, our voice.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Not interested.
I feel like that's the most gender neutral we're gonna get. Okay.
Fucking hell.
Can you hear how my heart is beating right now?
Yeah.
I seriously thought I was going to pass out up there. Like, no, like for real. Seriously, have a listen. It's for sure the tour. It's great, isn't it? You're cute. What the heck? It's great. I'd be happy I'd be happy. I'd be excited. The adrenaline rush, I live for it. Great? Maybe. If I don't end up needing medical attention.
Get it together.
Oh. D? I think that's how you say that? D? You really need to get it together, Lucas. I mean, you fumbled like a whole 3 bars.
Damn.
Damn, you noticed? I thought I played it off so cool.
So unprofessional.
It was hard not to notice. You played like shit. It was fucking embarrassing. This isn't a high school talent show.
It's not so bad.
Oh, hey, Beckett. Okay, we got D, Lucas, and Beckett. Maybe ease up on him a little, D. I'm sure most people weren't paying that much attention anyway. We did get an afternoon slot after all. It doesn't matter. It is a bad precedent. I sighed as I watched the 3 of them go at it again. I really hoped the whole tour wasn't going to be like this. I knew Dee didn't exactly like Lucas, but there really was no need to be so hard on the guy. He was doing the best he could, given the circumstances. But then again, it wasn't like this was anything new, so I walked away from their bickering and busied myself by digging out my crumpled packet of cigs from my pocket.
Hey.
Oh, I smoke. Well, this is 2007. This is 2007. A shadow fell on me. I assumed it was just Beckett, before I realized that the voice was unfamiliar. I looked up from fumbling with my lighter, and that was the first time I saw him. Can I help you with something? Or hey?
What's up?
Can I help you with something?
Nice.
Great set just now. It was nice to hear something reassuring after the spat that others had gotten into. Even if this guy was the most nonchalant, low-energy fan I'd ever seen.
Thanks.
Have you been enjoying the tour?
Sure.
Sure, it's been alright. Kind of stressful trying to catch all the bands you want to see, I'll bet. Yeah, I suppose. I'm not too fussed about it, if I'm being honest. Fan? The question mark. He might be a fan. He might not. You never know. We don't know. We don't know. Oh, good. That's a healthy attitude to have. Thank you. What do you want? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Before I could say anything else, we were interrupted. Okay.
Hey,
Pat, there you are.
what's up?
Did you forget that we had the interview thing? Ken saying, noticing that I wasn't alone, he broke off his sentence to stare at the stranger.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, it's you. You're the basis of the Fractured, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's me. Not a fan. And the name's Emerson. I felt my face flush with embarrassment. The guy was on tour with us, and I've been talking to him like he was a fan. I hope to God that he didn't notice. In my defense, I did at least know of the Fractured. It was hard not to, but just not the point where I was aware of every member in the band.
Sorry.
Sorry, dude, I didn't know. Right, so sorry about that. I know your face, but your name just slipped my mind. And well, anyway, I'm Lucas, and this is Bat. Wait, you obviously know that. You two were chatting before I came up.
Later.
But we really gotta go, or we're gonna get yelled at. Probably by our bassist, maybe by our road manager. Could even be both. Grateful for my exit cue, I waggled my fingers at the stranger in what I hoped was a casual fashion. Yeah. Great chatting with you. He said nothing more as Lucas dragged me away in the direction of the press tent. My bad. No. Maybe I'll be able to avoid him all summer. Or maybe he just forget about the whole thing. There were plenty of other people on the tour anyway. I love this soundtrack. I try my best to clear my mind of my earlier embarrassment and give the interviewer my undivided attention. Even if he was clearly just some college kid on a summer internship.
Let's get started.
I'm Brent, and I'm here with no prospects. So glad you could all join me today. Would you... Sorry. Would you all mind looking into the camera and introducing yourselves really quickly? 4 pairs of eyes turned to me expectantly. I would obviously be the one to start things off.
Hey!
Hey everyone! I give my best practice smile to the interviewer, then the camera. I'm Bone.
Yeah.
Most people call them Bat. If you're a fan, that you have that privilege too. And I sing and play guitar in No Prospects. With my introduction done, the cameraman, a kid with a digital camera, panned over to the rest of the band.
What's up?
Hello viewers, I'm Lucas, guitarist, sour candy enthusiast, and proud father of 3 Mio pets. Their names are Deep, Bass. Well, those weren't their names, but hey, I'm Beckett. I play drums.
Awesome.
That'll be good for those of us who don't already totally stalk you on myplace. We're flattered.
Nice.
First off, I just want to say congratulations on your first full-length album. Oh wow! And if I can add, I'm such a huge fan, so this is so exciting for me. I apologize if I fanboy a little too much. I'll try to my best. What? Oh, I'll try my best to keep it professional.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Ah, that's very nice of you to say, but still. Anyway, as mentioned, No Prospect's first full-length album was recently released under Doubtless Records. This is also the first record you guys put out with the help of a label. That must have been exciting. What was it like? How did it feel? It was a little nerve-wracking. Having the support from a label was a game changer. Ultimately, we put out a record. There may have been some disagreements and debates over what the record should be.
Definitely.
But ultimately, I think we put out a record that we can be proud of. For sure.
I can't believe it.
Oh my god. Personally, Doubtless is one of my favorite indie labels. So many bands I love are with them. So when I heard you all signed with them, I was stoked. I've been following your work since your first demo, and it's truly been amazing seeing how far you've come. Actually, not just that, if you count Remainders. This kid had really done his homework. Bone, I would go as far to say that you redefined Remainders' earlier sound. Not entirely. In fact, I've heard several people say that they picked up No Prospect's debut album because they were missing that pre-major label Remainders sound. Would you say that those fans of vintage Remainders will be satisfied with what you have in store for them with No Prospects? Okay, why are you comparing me to a band when I'm clearly not that band?
I don't know.
Well, I wrote those songs for Remainders such a long time ago. I feel like I've grown. Really feel like I've grown both as an artist and as a person since then. You're right. I wouldn't describe us as exactly like vintage Remainders, but I'd hope people would want to pick up our album and listen for themselves anyways. That's a very diplomatic answer. But just so you know, I'm definitely glad that I picked up your album. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah.
It's available at all major retailers or LemonWire, but also buy it afterwards. Our van could use some repairing.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Lucas.
Nice.
Never hurts to promote the product a little, right? Anyway, how have you all been enjoying the Friends and Foes tour? It's your first time on it, right?
Rad.
First, but certainly not the last.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. It was a pleasure to see you foreplay earlier, and I can't see why you wouldn't be invited back next year. And how did the rest of you feel about
That's
it?
cool.
It's been an interesting experience so far.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's really different to what we're used to, but in a good way.
Totally.
I'm totally stoked. This is a dream come true.
Sick, right?
Well, not exactly. I mean, we're not playing the main stage or Bill as the headliner, but it's pretty sick. But seriously, no prospects headlining Friends and Foes 2008? Playing the last slot in the main stage? Can we make that happen? I'm sure some people would love to see that. What do you all think? Comment down below and let us know.
Sorry.
Sorry? Down below? Where? He peered curiously at the interviewer's shoes as if he'd find the answer written on his soul. The video's going up on myplace later. So there'll be a comment section below it. Okay. Becca just gave him a blank look. His technological illiteracy required a far more detailed explanation, but it wasn't as though the interviewer could have known that. It's okay, Beckett. It's alright. I don't know technology either. Maybe Lucas would explain it to the old man later. I certainly wasn't going to be the one doing it. Luckily, the interviewer had enough sense to steer the conversation back on topic. This is a long-ass interview. Headlining aspirations aside, though, 2007's been a big year for you. You put out your first full album, got a new guitarist, and came on Friends and Foes. What else might No Prospects have in store for us this summer and beyond? And that was the million-dollar question. On the road again! Is this all we're going to? Good God. On the road again! A little yawn as I stretched my arms, narrowly missing Beckett's head.
You good?
Tired?
Uh-huh.
Kind of. Mostly just bored.
Boring.
Same. I'm so freaking bored. Like, are we there yet? Honestly, I thought being on tour would be more exciting. There are some fun events that the tour organizers put together for the bands, right? Like that barbecue? Getting to hang out with some of the other bands we're on tour with and everything was pretty cool. And there are other things planned for the rest of the tour too. Yeah, but we're not doing that right now, are we? All this driving around is so boring. It's been like 10 hours.
Oh, really?
Imagine what it feels like to be the person actually doing all the driving. And it's only been 4. What? You're right, you're not the only one.
You sure about this?
I mean, you're not the only one driving.
Honestly.
Kendra's been doing most of the driving. You only just swapped over. I saw Dee's gaze flick over to Kendra before her eyes snapped back right back to look, or glare, at me in the rearview mirror.
Yeah?
And? Have you been driving? Well, no. Certain people who only have a license to show have lost the right to complain. Not that you ever deserved it.
My bad.
Okay, sorry I said anything. Okay, as someone who just got their permit, how dare you? God forbid I want to be a passenger princess. I turned my attention back to Lucas, letting Dee focus on the road.
No, yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the things we should have warned you about being on tour. There's a whole lot of downtime between waiting for your play to play your little set. Honestly, it's most of the tour. Not exactly the action-packed experience you pictured, eh? Seriously?
Don't worry about it.
Sorry, but you had to learn it this way. But hey, plenty of time to hang out, write music, take in some of the sights, or maybe just get some rest. I glanced over at the back row of our van, where Kendra and Vinny were fast asleep. The two of them looked completely wiped. which wasn't surprising, given that they had to search high and low for a missing effects pedal before we set off this morning, if 4 a.m. could be considered morning.
It's not so bad.
Honestly, I don't mind all the waiting around on tours. I think the moments in between sometimes turn out to be the most memorable. You're such an old man. Careful what you say there. By that statement, you'll be an old person in what? Less than 3 years? Time goes by fast, you know.
Yeah, no.
You're not an old man because you're 30. You're an old man because of the shit you say. Oh my god. And the fact that he had asked me to explain what a top 8 on my place was several times. But I knew that bringing that up would just mean I have to explain it again. Fair.
Whatever you say.
But you should learn to respect your elders, you whippersnapper.
Hey,
Yo, I think we passed by a water park. Can we go? I peered out the window to see if I could catch a glimpse of the park. We had long passed by.
disgusting.
Gross. Who wants to roll down some disgusting damp slide and land in a pool where kids have probably been pissing themselves in? Alright. They probably sanitize it regularly. They kind of have to. Not regularly enough for my life.
Get it together.
Besides, we don't have time to make a stop at a water park right now. We have to stay on schedule. Remember the tour?
This sucks.
You're such a party pooper. He sighed as he picked up his handheld console. I figured I wasn't going to get much out of him, judging by the way his eyes glazed over. I glanced over at Beckett. Oh my god, he's snoring. I glanced over at Beckett, but it seemed he had fallen fast asleep during the exchange. Classic dad move, honestly. A little bit curious and a whole lot bored, I picked up the music magazine that had fallen out of his hands during its impromptu nap. I skimmed through the features, remainders of course, beyond that, a slew of names, some familiar, some not. One in particular caught my attention as I scanned the magazine. I quickly flipped back to the page where I saw The Fractured. Ooh! The article on them wasn't particularly long. It was a quick post-show interview with their frontman. More photos than text. Included in the section, however, was a picture of the full band. As my eyes met the dead-eyed stare that bathed in print, I questioned why I even cared. And when I've been the first time I've been a little obsessive about a guy, it was unusual for me to be so upset. Oh, okay, we could choose. Unfortunately, as a Scorpio, I have been a little obsessive about people. He was just attractive. He was a pretty face, but it wasn't anything new or special. If this was just like any other random attraction I had in the past, I'd fixate on it for a little while and move on when I got bored. Okay, that's not me. That's not me. But I definitely wasn't on the market for anything serious anyway. There wasn't much else to read on The Fractured. Burdened with morbid curiosity, I braced myself as I flipped back to the section of remainders. It was an 8-page feature. Good God! Complete with a photo shoot. The article began with stating their latest achievement. Their most recent single had hit number 1 on the charts. That was to be expected for them. I wondered if they were getting tired of it by now. Yet another radio hit on their hands. Even if I hadn't read this article though, I wouldn't have been able to avoid reminders of their success. They were just that big these days. The band's smug faces stared back at me, tauntingly, from their pretentious, overstyled photos. I'll put it away. I'm not big on magazines. I'm not. No. I slammed the magazine shut, right on their faces. I tried to content myself with thoughts of the future. There no prospect would be the one with the 8-page features, the charting songs, and all the publicity. It could happen. It would happen. As long as I worked hard, as long as we did well on this tour. I didn't want to look at the magazine any longer, even if it was closed, so I threw it aside.
You good?
The sleepy-looking Beckett blinked at me, blearily, before noticing his crumpled magazine on the floor of the van.
Sorry.
Did I wake you? Go back to sleep. Alright, don't worry about it. He didn't need any further encouragement. He closed his eyes and seemed to fall back to sleep immediately. Oh, we don't get to go. Well, I got this is a demo. This is the demo, so maybe we're just going through everything. A casino! Okay, gambling, alright. Okay. You know how to tell me twice. Everyone get their pockets empty. I stepped away from the table, pockets far lighter than they had been at the start of the day.
You doing okay?
Bad luck, huh? Oh, my phone is stuck.
I guess.
It is what it is, I guess. I mean, I'm definitely burnt through more than I intended.
Bummer.
That sucks, pal. Although it was difficult, I tried to reason that what was done was done. The guys from Rookie Mistakes were just trying to be friendly to us since they apparently knew Becca from a previous tour. They promised to show us sights in Vegas, seeing as we'd all have an extra day between shows here. Of course, they ditched us the second we arrived at the casino after they got recognized and pulled aside by a group of fans. It was hard not to be. Oh, this cover is closed. I wonder if what I said before would have changed that. I tried to be understanding. It wasn't exactly their fault that they were approached by fans. But now, not only had I quickly lost all the money I allocated for this excursion, I'd even poured my per diem down the drain. I'm not sure what that is. A dull twinge of pain in my stomach pulled me out of my thoughts, reminding me that my pockets weren't the only thing that was empty. Wanna buy me dinner?
Come on.
So, wanna buy me dinner? With what money? I spent today's food money on some novelty keychains and a magnet. Why would you do that, Lucas? Only one of us could be irresponsible. Why?
Totally.
The same reason you dumped all your money? It was fun. Also, I had to get a souvenir for my mom. I think she'll like it. Well, let's just get out of this place. We're not going to find anything here within our price range. Right. Let's go. We managed to find our way out of the casino floor, but it all connected to a mall, which was connected to a hotel. In summation, we were hopelessly lost. We can't ask someone for help? I gave Lucas a sharp tug as he nearly walked straight into us unsuspecting tourists.
Watch it.
Careful.
Thanks.
Oh shit, my bad. Thanks, pal. This place is just so big and fancy. It's like the nicest place I've ever been to.
Sorry.
I will say, I used to go to... Okay. When one of the pageants I used to go to was in Las Vegas, the hotel was just like this. It had a casino at the bottom, and everything was connected. But I will say, they were fancy. Fancy. It's just going on tour and getting to see all these new places. Like, I've been to AC, so I thought I knew what to expect, but this is just a whole new level. And I mean, before this tour, I never set foot. I never even set foot out of the tri-state area.
Awesome.
It's honestly pretty unbelievable. His enthusiasm was fun to watch. We were still so much further than where we could be. I'm glad to just be here. I'm happy to be here. It's a nice bonus, I guess. As long as we have shows to play, it's whatever. All these little excursions are just dressing. That's a very Beckett way to look at things. Anyway, before I could suggest somewhere to go for food, I was interrupted by two unfamiliar girls. Well, more specifically, by the one with auburn hair. Her friend seemed less interested in talking to us.
Hey.
Hey, don't I know you two from somewhere? Smooth opening line.
Nice one.
Smooth opening line. That usually work out well for you? No, it's not a line. Well, maybe it sounded a bit like one. But you two are in the band that's on Friends and Foes, right? No prospects.
Yeah.
That's us, Lucas and Bat, by the way. I knew it. We caught your set by accident. Got lost and couldn't find the stage we were trying to get to, but I'm so glad we did. I totally splurged on merch at your 10 afterwards and everything. Are you staying at this hotel? That's such a coincidence. Kind of expensive, but we came all the way from out of town just for Friends and Foes, so we thought we splurged a little. I'm sure you two are used to this sort of thing, though. Glamorous rockstar lifestyle and all. It was hard to get a word edgewords around her, but I wasn't about to interrupt her just to disagree.
Hey.
But hey, let us buy you a drink. Nothing big, just a hotel bar. It would totally make our trip. And I may have a shirt I want you to sign. Oh, that's so nice. It wasn't quite the dinner we were looking for, but drinks sounded good. And the fact that they were free made it even better. And who knows, maybe there'd be snacks there. Before I could even say anything, Lucas was nodding and dragging me along. Alright.
Awesome.
That was so nice of those fans. Although I kind of feel bad mooching off of them like that. I mean, they offered. They did offer.
Totally.
You're right. It would have been rude to refuse. Although, maybe you could have stopped after the third drink.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it was quite great of them to do that. Dawn and Rena, I'll never forget your names and the extra olives you asked the bartender to give me. His wistful statement was punctuated by a loud growl coming from his stomach. Yeah, you shouldn't drink on an empty stomach.
Damn.
Kind of wish there were more than just olives to eat, though. You think Dee has any spare cash on her? I don't think she would give it to us. Probably, but can you really see her
I
sharing?
think I get it.
Yeah, I see your point. It's funny, because you think it'd be the big things you're stingy about and the little things you're generous with. This is a total opposite with her. How so?
You know.
I mean, she's been totally cool with you crashing at hers for like a year now.
Blame me.
Whoa now, bud. No need to call me out like that.
Uh,
But then I asked to borrow a pair of clean socks from her because my other bag was with the rest of my clothes, like way in the back of the trailer, and she said I'd probably stink them up. Yeah, in any case, I really don't think she'll be our great savior today.
It's cool.
It's cool, I'm sure we can figure something out. At the very least, I know I saw a vending machine at the motel we were checking in. When we were checking in. Shit. I suddenly realized that I didn't exactly know where a motel was, or even its name. How? How do you forget something like that? We had all come out to the casino as a huge group, and I just mindlessly followed as my thoughts were elsewhere. I hadn't relied on the guys and rookie mistakes to get us back. They weren't even staying at the same place as us. But I had kind of counted on my own bandmates or crew to stick around. It's mostly Lucas' fault. It's not Lucas's fault. It's partially, yeah. It was partially my fault for splitting off from the group too. But the rest of them could have totally come along like Lucas did. For now, though. Oh god. For now, though, what was most important was figuring out how to make our way back. I pulled my phone out of my pocket, sliding it open, and you can't be serious. What's wrong? It's out of battery.
Bummer.
Honestly, given the sheer amount of time I had spent on my phone today, it wasn't that surprising. Of course not. I appreciated the fact that Lucas seemed to know this wasn't the time to tease me for that. Give me your phone. What do you mean you didn't take it with... Seriously? I mean, I can only fit so much into my pockets, so I had to make a choice between my phone or, I'm gonna kill you. I really am.
Huh?
Can you call people on that? No. But could you imagine, though? Like, if you could have a game console, MP3 player, camera, and phone all in one? That'd be insane. I would love to tell you what happens in 2010. I would love for you to see that. Well, actually, didn't they try that with the N-Gage? I guess some things weren't meant to be. I sighed. It had been a bit of a long shot. Maybe there's a payphone around here. Then we need to call Kendra or someone for the motel address. Oh, is that all? We're good then. He printed a small piece of paper, cardstock or like, from his back pocket and waved it in front of my face.
Let me help.
I made sure to grab a business card before we left, just in case. Oh, thank God. Took the card from him, inspecting the address printed on it.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go ask someone for directions. That person there looks friendly. Hopefully it's not too far of a walk. Right, I forgot that we'd have to walk, because we definitely didn't have cab fare, especially if we wanted to eat. Well, pulling our spare change, we managed to cobble together something that could be considered a meal. The two of us looked at the modest pile of snacks scattered across the mildewy bedspread.
Check this out.
Dinner of champions. Never let it be said that I'm an expensive date.
Ouch.
Wow, and I didn't even know it was a date. And I was doing so well, too. Dinner from a vending machine, served in a cheap motel. You forgot the part where we had to go Dutch on the dinner. Let me have some pride. With a sigh, he flopped down on the bed and tore open a bag of chips. And I quickly followed suit, too.
I guess
it could have been worse, though. At least we're not Beckett. Can't believe dude has to sleep in the van.
No, yeah.
Yeah, poor guy. It is what it is, though. On our last tour, we left the van unattended overnight, and someone jacked our shit. We had to beg the other opening band to let us borrow their gear. At least we have a trailer now with important stuff, so it's not totally visible and shit, but still, it's better to be safe.
You know.
That is true. Honestly, I always thought that once you get a record deal, these kinds of problems just become someone else's. I guess there's still like different tiers of success, huh? We're still at the one where managing to buy a trailer is an upgrade. But one day we'll get big enough that someone else can handle these kinds of problems. Yeah, I mean,
No, yeah.
it'll be nice for everyone to be able to get a decent night's rest.
Totally.
I do like that we're going kind of through, like, as we're going through this, like, these little stories. I wonder if it's just with Lucas. Handed the fan their CD, now with my signature on it in marker, and sent them off with a wave.
Keep it moving.
And no shoving, please. We'll get to everyone. Don't worry. From beside me, I hear Dee mutter under her breath. Please tell me we're nearly done with the whole meet and greet thing. Secretly, I agreed with her, but I said nothing. A shuffling sound caught my attention, so I looked up at the news person to approach the table. Oh, my bad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's Bone. Hi, Bone. Or, Bat. Sorry, I'm not sure which one you prefer. And I'm not sure what to say. I'm so nervous. I'm only human,
Don't
dude.
worry about it.
Well, don't be. I'm only human. But a human in leagues way above mine. I don't know what to say. She tilted her head downwards, as though she was scared to meet my gaze. Finally, after a deep breath, she glanced back at me. I just wanted to say that I really like the music. Sorry, that probably sounded dumb. I'm sure there's nothing special. You probably hear that kind of thing a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Especially as we're at the No Prospects meet and greet. Gosh, that was so silly of me. I went out and got your album, like, immediately after hearing one song on the radio, because it sounded so nostalgic to me. Because, like, I really loved Remainder's first demo and EP. Me and my best friend used to listen to that, like, non-stop. And that song just really had the same feeling to it, you know? So it wasn't much of a surprise when I found out you wrote most of the earlier songs. And, well, I've been a Prospects fan ever since. Honestly, no wonder none of the Remainder's later works appealed to me. Not to, like, trash talk them or anything. Their newer work just really isn't my type. Sorry, I've just put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? Just forget I said that last part. Thank you for your support. Don't worry. Oh my goodness. She beamed at me, a blush spreading across her face. So if you could just make it out to Franny. Oh, sure thing. I scrawled her name and my signature on her poster. And a picture, too. Of course. I posed for a picture and I waved her off with a smile.
Let's go.
Come on, next in line, let's go.
Thank God.
Well, that was draining. Thank God it's over. I'm having trouble with the volume of my microphone. It's part of the job. Like it or not, it's part of the job. Don't even try to play it cool at this point. I've known you for way too long. You love the attention.
It's all good.
Oh, come on, Dee. It was pretty fun.
Definitely.
Besides, it was nice to hear what fans had to say.
Sure.
Some of them who did actually have something to say about the music. You have to admit, most of them were just really here for you, Bat.
Come on.
Don't start, you two. It was a nice event for the fans. Don't stress too much about it one way or another. Yeah. Isn't that kind of the whole point of going on tour? Getting to interact with fans and stuff? Like, see all the people who've actually been buying your music.
I guess.
Or more likely downloading it, I guess. Don't even get me started on those people who think Lemon Wire is a legitimate alternative to going to a record store. They're the worst. How can they even have the confidence to come for a friendly chat after stealing from us? It's not like we're some big faceless corporation. We have gas to pay for. And I have been wearing the same shirt for 3 days. I mean, at least they're enjoying the music.
Fuck no.
Oh! He said, fuck no. Yeah, but enjoyment doesn't pay the bills. Well, I will say, record sales are more important.
No, yeah.
I agree with D. We need record sales. Now that we're signed, people just enjoying our music isn't going to cut it. The execs are only going to keep us on as long as we make the money. Be nice if that wasn't the case, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's not like I'm, like, over the moon about it. But we have to be realistic.
I guess
you're right.
Alright.
Alright, enough bickering. We need to get going. The next band's about to come set up for their meet and greet. And remember to pick up after yourselves this time. Please. Yes. I don't think I'm going... I don't know how long the demo is. But right now at this recording, I'm at 37 minutes. So, let's see. I don't want this to be super long. I think I'll stop at like 45. I'll stop after this next thing. How about that? I pocketed the packet of cigarettes as the gas station door swung shut behind me. The line had been quite long, so I was not looking forward to the lecture I was going to get from Dee once I made my way back to the van. The van that should have been parked just outside, but was now nowhere to be found within the gas station's vicinity. Torn between disbelief and rage, I searched my pockets for my cell phone, ready to give the rest of the band a good tongue lashing, only to realize I'd left my phone in the van. So they left me? Oh my god, they left me! As silent as I headed towards the payphone around the back of the gas station, but a voice stopped me in my tracks.
Hey.
Hey, it's Bat, right? I looked up to see that bassist, Emerson, unfortunately. It was kind of odd to run into him here, out of all places, considering I had barely seen him since that first meeting.
Hey!
Yeah, hey! I was a little taken aback by his greeting. Honestly, I began to think that he was something of a hermit. We had been on tour for about a week, and I had yet to see him at any of the events the festival organizers put together for us to get fans to mingle. The most I've seen was a glimpse at the catering tent 2 days ago, and it looked like he was taking his food to eat on his bus.
Are you alright?
I'm not alright, I'm not. Are you alright? You look a bit troubled.
This sucks.
That's an understatement. A band drove off without me, and I left my cell phone on the bus. Yeah, I think I saw them drive off about 5 minutes ago. Of course they did. He flicked a cigarette on the ground and gestured vaguely behind him. Come on, you can ride with us to the next stop. Oh. Really? That's so nice.
Thanks.
That'd be great, thanks.
Don't worry about it.
It's nothing, this sort of thing happens all the time. Well, I'd rather not make a habit out of it. Followed him towards his bus. Even from just outside, I could tell it would have been a far cry from the beat-up van No Prospect stored in. I recognized the woman who seemed to be performing a series of stretches outside the vehicle as the Fracture's drummer. I guess life on the road was still murder on the lower back pain, even in a cushy bus.
There you are.
There you are, Em. And, oh,
Hey.
you're with... hey Tara, this is Beth.
Sure.
Yeah, for No Prospects, right? You're so pretty. Oh my god.
Hey!
Yep, that's me. Where's the rest of your band? So, the problem is, you see my problem. They drove off without them.
That sucks.
Oh, that sucks. But also not a totally uncommon occurrence on tour. I've already said that they can ride with us until the next stop.
Great.
Cool, yeah, of course.
Sorry.
I hope I'm not imposing.
No worries.
Don't worry about it. We're heading to the same place anyway. We should get on the bus already. We got a schedule to stick to. As the bus door slid open, a familiar face popped out to greet us.
Hey there.
Oh, hello. Ah, look who's finally back. Well, familiar in the sense that I recognized him from magazines. I never actually met the guy, and his name was eluding me now that I was put on the spot. There was no way his name was Mr. the Fractured after all, but somehow that was the only thing coming to mind. You know, it defeats the purpose of getting some fresh air if you just end up smoking. Gabe, back, Gabe. Oh, and you picked up a stray. How cute. You gave me a quick once-over. A stray! How dare you?
What do we have here?
Hitchhiker? Or a really dedicated fan? Neither, but I am cute. Thanks for noticing.
Oh, you.
Oh my god. Ha, I like you. That was it? Yeah.
Huh?
So why are you here?
Really?
Don't you recognize them? No Prospect vocalist? And guitarist. Right. Oh, right. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to catch one of your sets yet. my bad. Now that Ems brought it up, though, I think I remember seeing you at the catering line a couple times.
Maybe.
Well,
Anyway, their band drove off without them, so I thought it would be best if they rode with us until the next stop.
oh sure.
Well, the more the merrier. Come on, I'll introduce you to the rest of the group. I followed Gabe onto the tour bus, waving politely as he introduced me to everyone in their crew. Emerson seemed more than happy to let him take the lead. Grab a seat, Bat. Let's get moving already. Is anyone got a phone? Can I borrow a phone? I should probably call my band, too. Right, of course. Let me just find mine. Use mine. He shoved his phone into my hand. His most basic model, a far cry from my beloved sidekick, probably back from my van.
Thanks.
Seriously.
That is not how you're surprised. The thing practically belongs in a museum. It does the job, doesn't it? It makes calls. Well, phones can do a lot more than just make calls now. Like, check myplace. I don't have a myplace account. Well, the band's got one. That's mostly just Gabe posting on it. What? In this day and age, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to make a call real quick. Please answer, please! I waved his startling admission aside as I made my way closer to the bunks for privacy, or as much as I could get in the same vehicle anyway. Who should we call? I'll call Lucas. No. I can't call Dee because she might be driving. I'll think of it.
Yeah?
Hey.
Lucas!
What?
That you? Am I dreaming or are you prank calling me while you're right next to me? I felt a surge of annoyance as it became apparent that none of them had realized I was missing.
Dude.
Wake up, man. Notice anything missing? Me. You drove off without me. The front person of the band. Yeah, remember me?
I don't know.
Technically, that was D. I was asleep the whole time.
What is your problem?
Are you serious? You want to play technicalities right now? Sorry. Hey, D, we need to turn back. I hear D's voice speaking.
Jesus Christ.
You should have taken a piss earlier, Lucas. Use a bottle or hold it in. Jesus, like I'm babysitting. It's not that.
It's fine.
Lucas, don't bother.
No way!
But we have to come back for you. What if you get eaten by wolves or something?
Huh?
Wolves? Seriously? No, I gotta ride with the fractured, so I'll just see you at the next stop. Just let the rest of them know.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry about everything, Bat. See you later.
Uh-huh.
Okay, later. Felt a bit bad that he was apologizing, especially as he pretty much had no part in what had happened, but I didn't know what else to say after exploding like that. Well, I mean, if I got left, I'd be mad too. I'd be mad at anybody, really. With that sorted, albeit with me losing my cool for a bit, I walked back to the front of the bus where the fractured were sat. Use your phone back. There you go.
Are you alright?
No. Is that a I'm not gonna ask any questions. Literally. I don't know. Thanks for the phone. and all.
Sure.
Seriously, I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't been there.
Don't worry about it.
We're on the same tour, so we should look out for each other.
Huh.
You know, I didn't expect you to have that kind of attitude.
Sorry?
What do you mean? Well, you just gotta keep to yourself. I figured you'd be more the every person for themselves type, that's all. He paused, and for a moment I wondered if I had said the wrong thing.
Well...
You're not wrong. I probably wouldn't stick my neck out for just anyone.
Oh, okay.
Conversation fell into silence. Emerson didn't seem to have any desire to bring up any other topic. Turn my attention to the other people.
What do we have here?
So bad. How are you liking Friends of Folks? Oh yeah, it's No Prospect's first time on it, right?
Rad.
It's been a great experience. We've never been on a tour of this size before, so it's really cool being able to tour with so many bands. Being able to check out everyone else's set is definitely one of the major perks.
Sure.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like inspiring. Seeing everyone else perform makes me want to do better. For sure. Friends of Foes is also one of the bigger tours to be on. You're lucky to have this as your first experience.
Not quite.
Well, I don't know. Might get spoiled by the friends and foes experience. Spoiled about here might start expecting other big tours to be this good. I mean, a lot of them don't even feed you. Remember that one tour back in 2005?
Are you done?
Don't scare them. Relax, Emmy. Oh, I should really give you the lowdown on some of the bands we're on tour with, though. Gabe and Tara, to the lesser extent, seem more than happy to carry the majority of the conversation. Occasionally, Gabe would rope in members of the crew to chip in their 2 cents as well. Emerson seemed content to watch from a distance, only chiming in with the occasional remark or rebuttal. I will talk to Tara. You do look familiar. I couldn't see on the magazine though.
Huh?
What other things you got?
Not sure.
There haven't been any that were horrific recently. Gay was just exaggerating. Don't worry too much about what he said.
You sure about this?
I guess there were some really terrible tours by my previous band, but I think some of our worst experiences were kind of due to us being new, and not as diligent as we should have been. Remember to always read contracts carefully back, and understand exactly what they're saying. Oh, and wear sunscreen and drink water. Alcohol and energy drinks do not count as hydration. You won't believe how many grown adults and respected musicians seem to forget about those 2 things. Things I've seen. Oh wow. We shared a laugh as the conversation moved to other topics. Alright, well it seems we're going to go through all of these. I don't say exactly how long the demo is, so I'm going to go ahead and end off here. This probably won't be a super long series. It'll probably be like another episode maybe. I'm trying to keep my things short so it won't be too hard for me to edit because I do edit myself. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you want to play this game for yourself, please make sure to find them on itch.io. They have TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitter, and of course itch.io and Steam. So make sure you go wishlist on Steam. Make sure you guys make sure to support them. They also have a Discord if you want to get some updates. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!